I did it.
Exactly.
Be up in public and be like, yeah, I did it. But the thing is, with these people, they know that
they were in the wrong.
They know they're in the wrong, and they know the public is going to feel like they're in the wrong, and they know that'll destroy their whole career. And it's all about status.
Exactly.
It's all about status with these people, and it's not about what's right and what looks right.
Exactly.
Which is unfortunate. The same people that you see speaking out against it are the ones who are doing it behind the scenes, and that's why this whole thing is so important for these young ladies. Because these people are like, oh my gosh, we're just so innocent. No. I need all the accomplices, all the other participators to come out. Because just because Epstein died, these young ladies need justice. And we can start with Prince Andrew. And work our way up, down, all the way around, side to side. Because they do deserve it. And it is unfortunate to me.
Now, I have to say that, this whole Epstein situation has really got a lot bigger than what was originally expected. They just thought it was him. Mm-hmm. But for all these names to be starting to come out, all this, it is really difficult to hear because you never want to hear about a child getting molested or raped or anything of that nature, and to just hear that there was potential people who were supposed to be very, very important that are doing it, it hurts your feelings because it's like, wow, these kids look up to you and you're taking advantage of them.
Exactly.
So, at the end of the day, you're doing wrong. Come forth, be honest. You're going to get found out anyway.
Exactly.
And if they don't find you out, you know what? You better take that as a blessing and change. Make that change. Make a mental advance to say, I want to change. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be this person. At the end of the day, grow up. That's what I would say. Grow up, be a man. You're not a child, so don't touch a child.
And be open. You have to be open with what you've done.
Exactly. Be truthful.
Be open.
So,
even if you haven't found out, you have to be open and honest and turn yourself in. Period. You have to.
Now, speaking of being open and honest, let me be open and honest with this next situation, because it hits close to home. The Kansas City Royals have been sold by Mr. Glass, the owner, and the Glass family, who has now sold the Kansas City Royals to local businessman John Sherman, who is going to lead a local Kansas City investors purchase club. Which this one, it's kind of crazy because I'm from Kansas City. To be honest, I never thought the Glass family would sell at all, ever sell the Kansas City Royals.
I wonder what the reasoning was. I guess for the money, but not only that, because you love the team so long. I wonder what makes you, Well, he sold it for $1 billion. Well, how much did he have? What was his net worth before that?
Quite honestly, I don't know. I'm not going to
let me try to see if I can look it up.
But while you're looking it up, I'm just going to say this. Quite honestly, I was a little shocked when I even heard it first and foremost that they were even being thought of being sold. Mm-hmm. I was like, nah, Mr. Glass will never sell the Royals. It's not going to happen. But for him to actually do it, and then it be to local Kansas City people, that's the amazing part. Because at the end of the day, a lot of times they get sold to people that do not have the best interests for that city and want to move them out. but they're being sold to a local Kansas City based business group that they have, and I think it's quite honestly awesome because you don't see it a lot. And so congratulations on the sale. I'm proud of you, for making the good decision for the team and the city.
But then, this is right, but it's probably not. But, I'm going to just throw this out there because I'm looking on Wikipedia.
What's that?
So, if this is true, he made a killing from this sale because it says on April 18, 2000, Glass became sole owner of the Royals, purchasing the organization from the Kaufman estate for $96 million. So if he made $1 billion and he paid $96 million from it just in 2000, bruh, think about that. This is a 19-year investment, and that's like
his kids are gonna be well blessed.
Times 10,000%. Coming back to him, you get $1 billion, you pay $96 million for him. Can you imagine that? You didn't pay even $100 million. He didn't pay that $4 more mil for the for $100 million for the Royals and got $1 billion just 19 years later. What type of investment is that, bro? Like that was a great investment. That's a good investment.
He really got a real good investment. Well, let me say his family really did get a good investment on that. His kids are not going to have to want. And that's why I said congratulations on the sale, because I know it blessed his family. I know it did, but it's also a good thing because it's good for the city for them to be owned by a local business group, and also it's good for the team because they don't have to uproot and change where they are in their location. So again, I feel happy about it, but also, it's kind of sad to see, Mr. Glass and his family no longer being owners.
But I know they're smiling.
They are.
If the Wikipedia thing is true, where it says, because they be talking about you can't trust Wikipedia, but they're like, no, you can trust it a little bit more, but hey, whatever. But if it is for the $96 million to $1 billion yeah, I would be happy. I would be smiling because it's just 19 years. But anyway, I'm gonna have a little fun fact for you.
What's
the
fun
Royals name originates from the American Royal, a livestock show, horse show, rodeo, and championship barbecue competition held annually in Kansas City since 1899. That is crazy. So it originates from a livestock show, and not, I'm over here thinking like of priests and just family. Kingdoms and
well,
that's where it came from. Yeah, it seemed like that's where it kind of like.
And the American Royal, what it is, like they said, there's feasts, but they do have things. People dress up like if they were in the olden days of people in kingdoms. So it definitely is one of those things where you can have fun. It gives you a different look, and I always loved the American Royal festivities. And then there's also an American Royal parade that happens every year around this time, actually. So the American Royal actually starts in September, actually.
Have you ever been?
Have I ever been? I can't say I've been, but I can say I have been in the Royal Parade. I have been in the American Royal Parade. I used to work for a place called Gates Barbecue, and I was always the seasoning. So I would be dancing inside the seasoning. And one of the years we decided to go ahead and we did Tech Nine's OG. And we were dancing to that. And everybody was kind of shocked because they wasn't expecting Ollie Yates to, play Tech Nine's music while we were in the parade, because they were used to us doing the, strut with the sauce, dance that we was usually doing. And so when we started doing the A Gates, I heck if I like the food at Ollie Gates. Once we started doing the dance and we were just dancing to it, like, it was amazing, because I saw the feeling that everybody had when they were able to hear something different than the usual parade would usually have. So the Royals will always have roots of Kansas City, and I am ecstatic that they will most likely stay in Kansas City, with it being owned by a Kansas City-based business group.
No questions. If they were to get moved to another location, would you still be a Royals fan? Say they moved to
Location
Vegas,
where?
Nevada.
Like Nevada.
Yeah, I'm just throwing the state out there just to see if you're loyal to Royal period, or you're just loyal to the Kansas City Royals. If they become the Nevada Royals, or the Texas Royals, or the California Royals, you won't be loyal to Royal.
Look here,
no more.
I'm loyal to my city.
Okay.
I am loyal to my city. As you all probably know, the Oakland Athletics were first to Kansas City Athletics. But when they left and became Oakland Athletics, and the Royals were established in Kansas City Royals were established as the team. That's the team. I'm always going to be loyal to my city. Being that the Royals were built from Kansas City, I probably would still root for them. But I'm always going to be loyal to my city. So if the city was to get a different team, I would probably go with that team. But if they were to leave and we never got them back, got another team, I would root for the Royals. What about you?
Well, you know me.
Even though you're a Braves fan.
So this is a situation with me.
Ooh, I think she stuck on this one, guys.
This is a situation. If they were to change locations, I think I would still support them secondarily, as I do now.
Now, are you talking about the Royals or the Braves in this situation?
The Royals.
What about the Braves? If the Braves were ever to leave Atlanta, could you still support them?
Will Atlanta have a new MLB team, or is it just like they're just vacant?
Either way.
They're vacant.
Either way. Let's say they didn't ever get one.
They never got one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I'm still being for the Braves because they originally came from Atlanta then.
Okay, so you basically kind of had that same mentality. If you were to get another team, you would root for the other team. But if you never ever got a team again, you would root for the Braves still.
But then it's hard to say because it's like
it'd be a heartbroken kind of situation.
Yeah, because it's kind of like Braves, you know what I mean? And for sure, I guess Royals for you, that's a brand
that was established in one city.
So it's like, but you know what? Just to my confirmation, just scrolling here, KNBC said owner David Glass brought the team for about $100 million in 2000. So Wikipedia was right, and reportedly just sold the club for just over $1 billion. So that's an investment. You made about what 106 million. I mean 906 million.
It's a great investment. it's a great deal
more.
for
Come
David
on now.
Glass, and he got the long end of the stick on this one.